If you've ever caught your dog sleeping with their tongue hanging out, you should know that it's not just an adorable quirk. There's a scientific explanation which we share in this AnimalWised video to help you know your dog better. Let's start by clarifying something important. A dog sleeping with their tongue out doesn't always mean they have a health problem. In many cases, this behaviour is completely normal and part of their sleeping posture. That said, if you catch your dog sleeping in this position, it could be due to one of the following. Muscle relaxation. When your dog falls asleep deeply, the muscles in their body completely relax, including those of the jaw and tongue. It's similar to what happens to us when we open our mouths while sleeping. In this relaxed state, the tongue may stick out a little and there's nothing to worry about. Physical structure. Some breeds have a relatively large tongue relative to their mouths, especially brachycephalic dogs like pugs, bulldogs and shih tzus. This means that even when awake, their tongue can protrude. As the dog relaxes even more when sleeping, it's even more likely to stick out. Body posture. You've probably seen your dog sleeping on their side or back with their mouth slightly open. In these positions, their tongue finds a place to stick out and simply stays there for the entire nap. It's one of the cutest things you might see. You can also find out what your dog's sleeping positions mean in the video we share in the card above and in the description. Excessive heat. It's not all relaxation and tenderness. There are situations in which this gesture can be related to other causes, such as overheating. Dogs don't sweat like we do. They regulate their temperature primarily through panting. If your dog goes to bed hot and sticks their tongue out while sleeping, it may be a way for them to cool off and release heat. This usually happens more in the summer or after a period of intense exercise. Health problems. We mustn't forget dental or oral cavity problems. If your dog has any loose teeth, inflamed gums, or even missing teeth, their tongue may slip out more easily. In these cases, you'll notice this not only happens when they're sleeping, but also when they're awake and calm. This is a sign to check their oral health with your veterinarian. A similar situation occurs with tongue injuries. If your dog has been bitten, has a wound, or has swelling, they may hold their tongue out as a pain-relieving mechanism. This position may become more evident when sleeping. Old age. There are also dogs that, with age, begin to stick their tongue out more frequently. Old age brings with it loss of muscle tone, changes in dentition, and even decreased neurological control of the mouth. All of this encourages the tongue to protrude, especially during periods of deep rest. Neurological disorders. In some cases, sleeping with their tongue out can be related to neurological disorders or side effects of certain medications. These scenarios aren't the most common, but they are important to consider. If you notice your dog sticking their tongue out not only while sleeping, but also when walking, eating, or playing, and also showing clumsiness or behavioral changes, then it's time to see a vet. In most cases, you shouldn't do anything at all because it's a natural behavior. Enjoy the silly moment and take a photo for the memory. However, if this behavior develops suddenly or is accompanied by excessive drooling, difficulty eating, intense bad breath, red gums, or any behavioral changes, a veterinary checkup is recommended. Comment if you've ever found your dog sleeping with their tongue hanging out. Now that you know the main causes, don't miss the playlist we've included here with more interesting facts and explanations about dog behavior. We'll see you next time.